Hi, I'm a Southeast Asian low-income international student who's been through the brutal US college admission process last year. So today I would like to share some of my essays that got me rejected from Dartmouth. So the first essay was why Dartmouth essay, and you have to write very specifically why you want to attend that school. My first essay goes, performing is my favorite thing in the world to do. For singing and dancing, I've done enough in my YouTube channel. For acting, I've tried a few times but not confident enough in it, which is why course THEA 35 attracts me most. Through courses like THEA 36, I will find my own voice and come out of my shell. I'm excited to join student groups like Display Theatre Company. I also look forward to engage with OPO activities in my free time. Offering unique theatre courses with multicultural approach, Dartmouth is precisely where I see myself thriving. So let's read the next essay. It's a quicker saying lecture like speech. Describe the environment in which you were raised and the impact it has had on the person you are today. I didn't grow up having role models. I grew up with people I didn't want to end up like and seeing situations I never want to be in. Actually, that was a quote that I found from the internet, so I just copy and change a little bit of the sentence structure. Growing up in rural places of Myanmar, I had to rely on no one but myself. Has anyone ever had to relieve oneself on the ground? Yes, I have frequently. I attended a public school until high school. That public school didn't have enough toilets for the students, so elementary kids weren't allowed to use them at all. During break time, it was rather fun for me as a kid to relieve myself on the grass-covered ground. Now I console myself by thinking it was a rare privilege to spend my childhood so close to nature. I was 6 when I saw my dummy classmates brutally beaten in front of the entire class because they hadn't finished their homework. Recently, I've been vividly experiencing the consequences of power falling into the wrong hands. Endless of civil wars and disputes have been going on from decades. Recent events such as military dictatorship, followed by coronavirus, global warming, floods, and inflation are such examples. However, I've never thought myself unlucky because my circumstances don't define me. As the saying, a ruby doesn't get stained by mud. Through my experience, I've developed resilience and adaptability. I've discovered my passion for arts, and I will never ever throw away my shot. That was from the Hamilton musical. I don't want to make the world a better place. I want to make my world better. It's not easy being green was the frequent refrain of Kermit the Frog. How has difference been a part of your life, and how have you embraced it as part of your identity, outlook, or sense of purpose? And my essay goes, my dad doesn't know my favorite color. He doesn't try to figure it out. He just didn't care. I hated it when my grandma came into my room without knocking. I was frustrated when my friends got punished for being catcalled. While these are considered normal where I live, they never sat right with me. I am a feminist who deeply values individual rights and prioritizes privacy. Obviously, I couldn't fit into Southeast Asian culture and traditions. In my whole life, I felt like a goose born in a dark community. Realizing that most still developing countries endure those similar situations, I found my common ground. Besides social struggles, I had a hard time telling people what I want to be when I grow up. According to Maslow's hierarchy of triangle, it is almost impossible to enjoy aesthetics when people are lacking in basic needs. Apparently, I was a delusional girl for wanting to become an artist, but this is who I am. Living authentically has been the best thing I've done for myself. My delusions led me to apply to Dartmouth, and I'm proud of that. I've kept telling myself that I needed to explore places where art is appreciated, surrounded by open-minded people. I ended up having this belief that I would get paid for just having fun. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life, but poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. A quote from Dead Poets Society. So that's it. Thanks for sticking to the end. So what do you guys think about? Isn't that good enough?